These are the concepts, reasons for studying concepts, programming domains, language evaluation criteria, influences, language categories, language design trade-offs, implementation methods, and programming environments. Okay, now general question. First topic, if you go for first one, reasons for studying the concepts of programming language. Okay, so can anyone have any guess or any idea why we need to study the concepts of programming languages? Anyone? Any idea you have? Why we need to study the concepts of programming languages? Simple. I hope most of you have learned the three languages in your in your BTech course till now. You have learned C, you have learned C++, you have learned Java. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So can simple reasons are simple. You can also say why we need to study the concepts of programming languages.
Because to know the rules that how programming languages are built.
Okay, rules. Next,
Proper syntax.
syntax, semantics. Okay. Now, one general simple thing I'll tell. Simple question, simple way. You people have learned Java and C language, right? Example, see here. I have asked you people to write a program that reads a file, okay, that opens a file, reads the file data and prints the file information on the console. Okay, and I have given the choice, you can use C language or Java language. Okay, now which one you prefer and why?
Java, sir.
Why Java? Why not C?
Because Java is a better language when compared to C.
C and Java syntax is simple. The thing is that the implementation of file operations, okay, so the file operations or in Java it is simple compared to C. In Java you are simply creating for the file class, you are creating file object, you have many built-in methods, okay, opening and closing, okay. So but in C it may require more lines of code or anything. That is one reason. Okay. So you have, if you know this, these are the features available in C language and these are the features available in Java language, then I can decide which programming language I can choose for my project application. Okay. So that is the reason. Means if you study the concepts of programming languages, you will be in a position to decide which programming language I can choose for my project. Okay. One more example I'll tell. For example, you are performing division operation. Okay, you are performing division operation. That is a numerical division. Okay. So which language you are going to use for performing division operation, either C or Java?
C language, sir.
C language.
Yes, sir.
If denominator becomes 0, what will you do? If denominator becomes 0, what will you do? In C language, you will write, if denominator equals 0, something you'll write, please enter a number greater than something you'll write. Else you are doing like this. Okay, if you are not doing anything, you are using try catch block. There is a concept called exception handling. Okay, arithmetic exceptions are thrown. Okay, division by 0 exception. So everything, any abnormal situation is there that you can handle effectively in Java with the help of exception handling feature. But there is no concept of exception handling feature in C language. Okay, so now my point is that because of availability of one feature in Java, I will choose Java for my application. compared to C, because in C language this exception handling feature is not available. So that's why I'm not choosing the C language. Okay. So my point is here is that, okay, if you study the concepts of programming languages, you will be in a position to choose which programming language is suitable for your application development. That is one reason. Okay. So that's what my discussion for. Okay. So these are the reasons. So the reasons for studying the concepts of programming language includes express your ideas more. Okay. So if you people are more convenient in a programming language, if you are good in a particular programming language, so whatever the ideas, whatever the thoughts are there, you can effectively express. You can write your ideas in the logic effectively. Okay. So for example, if I want to know, if I want to a program where if I enter the marks, 70 is the student marks, I should display the grade as A or B or C. Okay. Now I can write a logic with else if. Okay. I can write the same logic, I can write the same program with other logic, that is using switch case. Okay. My point is that if I know that there is a language construct called switch case, then I will implement my idea, my logic, my program, that is to know the grade of a student with the help of switch case rather than else if. Okay. So else if compared to that, switch cases implementation is better for calculating the grade of a person student based upon the marks. Okay. So that way, so whatever your ideas are there, whatever the ideas or whatever your thoughts are there, you can express conveniently if you know the concepts of the programming language. So that is one thing. Next, second point is improved background for choosing appropriate programming languages. So improved background for choosing appropriate programming languages. So as I said previous case, so it will help you in deciding which programming language is suitable or applicable for your language. Okay. So it will helpful for choosing in the programming language which is applicable for your project. Next, it also allows the user to increase their ability to learn new languages. Okay, right. So for example, when you people are learning a programming language for the first time, it is difficult. Okay. So if you practice on that language for 2 or 3 times later, whenever you are learning a second programming language, when you people are learning a second programming language, by that time you will have an idea of what is data type, what is control structure, what is their use. Okay. So when learning a new language, you will be more effective. Okay. Your ability will be improved, increased. Okay. So because you people have an idea about a programming language earlier. Okay. So when you are learning a programming language second time, second language, so it will be more easy for you compared to learning a language for the first time. Okay. So the other point is that, so it increases ability to learn new languages. Okay. Next, better understanding of significance of implementation. Okay. So within your programming languages, you have the concepts, that is switch case, for loop, for each. Okay. Do while. Okay. If you people know the implementation of these control structures, then you can write your programs more effectively. If you people focus on how this concept is implemented, or how this for loop is working, how switch case is working, how for each is working, so like that, how abstract data type is implemented, if you know this implementation of these constructs, then you can easily write your programs in that language. You can use them properly, Next, better use of languages that are already known. So languages are already learned, you can use them effectively. Okay. So you people have learned switch case effectively in Java, means you can also use the same switch case in C language, which I have already learned. Okay. So, and overall advancement of computing. So what are the computing, what are the computing process you are doing in the program, so that you can then you can do effectively, and advanced you can do more computing effectively with less lines of code. Okay, so like that. So these are the reasons. Okay, these are the reasons for studying the concepts of programming languages. So here, any queries are there?
No, sir.
So more elaborately, if I want to say, you can say here. So first one, increased ability to express your ideas. So if any person is good in a particular language, ideas more effectively. Okay, the example I said, if you people are more effective in English, you can communicate. If you know English very well and the concepts, if you know vocabulary, grammar of English, then you can express your ideas. You can, what are the ideas, what are the thoughts you have, you can express them effectively with the people. Okay, so the same way, if you know the concepts of the programming languages, then what are the ideas you have, what are the logic you want to implement, what are the solution you want to implement, you can effectively produce that with the help of the concepts. That is the point he's saying. And some programming languages, okay, some programming languages, what happens, they will provide certain limitations. Okay, there are less number of control structures, there are less number of data structures. Okay, so some programming languages are there which provide certain limitations. Okay, if you know other programming languages, then okay, if within the other language there are no restrictions, if you have more control structures, if you have more data structures, more number of functions, then you people will choose that language compared to this one. Okay, so using those ideas, you can implement those ideas in your programs using that language. And if you know wider variety of programming language features, you can reduce such limitations in software development. Okay, one example I'll tell here. Uh, for example, consider Boolean data type. Okay, so Boolean data type is present in C language. Can anyone answer? Is a Boolean data type is present in C?
No, sir.
No, but I want to implement one feature that is called a flag. Okay, I want to implement a flag indicator in my C program. How I'm doing? So I'm making that flag into flag equals to 1 or flag equals 0. Means telling that flag variable is equals to 1 means that is true, 0 means false. Okay, but whereas you have Boolean data type in Java, so where I'm telling Boolean flag equals to true or flag equals to. Now, the same true or false for the flag variable, I can implement in C in terms of ones and zero. Okay. So indirectly. So here, what I want to say is that if you know any particular feature in any programming language, that feature can be implemented in another programming language indirectly. Okay, so Boolean type, what you are implementing in Java in with respect to true and false, I'm implementing that type in C in terms of 1 and 0, like that. Okay, so the point is that if you people are aware of many programming language features, means different features in different languages, if you know, okay, you can also try to implement that feature of one programming language into your language which we are using indirectly. Okay, so that is the reason. That is the reason why you need to study the concepts. Okay, and programmers can increase the range of their software development process by learning new language constructs. Learning new language constructs. New language constructs means, like you can say for loop, switch case, selection statements, or functions. Okay, built-in functions. Okay, so all this coming into the picture. Packages. If you people learn all this language constructs, then you can increase your software development thought process. Means software development process can be improved. Okay. So this study of programming language concepts helps learning valuable language features and constructs and encourages programmers to use them. Language they are using does not directly support such features and constructs. Okay, as I said previously. Okay, so this is the thing about first point, increased ability to express your ideas. And another thing is improved background for choosing appropriate languages. Okay, one general question I'll ask before going to this. If you look at the market, you want to purchase a mobile phone. Okay, so within the market, you have various mobile phones are there. How you are going to decide and how you people are able to choose a mobile from the various company mobile phones? Even say this is one general example. You have many mobile phones in the market. Many mobile phone different companies are there. But how you are able to choose the one particular mobile phone for you? Deciding which mobile is suitable for you. Yes. Mark, can anyone answer? How you are deciding? So lots of many mobile phones are the different companies. Then how you are choosing one particular company based upon what things you are choosing?
Our requirements, sir.
Requirement. Your requirement, what it contains. Again,
I mean, specifications.
that's what specifications like features, processor, speed, RAM, storage, cameras, all the specifications. Yes or no? Right. Suppose some feature is not there in some mobile phone, then you don't prefer, right? You'll choose another mobile phone. The same
Yes,
thing.
sir.
I don't have exception handling in C language. Okay. Whereas exception handling feature is available in Java. So I'll prefer Java over C for my application development. Okay. Similarly, uh, still what is that security is there in Java compared to C language. And one more thing, in Java language is platform independent. Okay, whenever I write my program using Java, so that program will work on any operating system on any platform that is platform independent. Whereas C programs are not platform independent. Suppose. Okay, then by using this feature, I will decide that okay, I want this particular language. So I don't want this C. I want to have a language for my application development. So in by that way, okay. So what I meant to say is that if you study the features of programming languages, or if you study the concepts of all the programming languages, if you have an idea, so this will help you in choosing the programming language for the application development. Okay. So for the application development, you can choose. Okay. So that way. So these are the other supporting points you have that you can go through. You can also go through that. So with this, I'd like to halt. I'll stopping the session for today. Okay. So any queries or any doubts are there? You can ask me. Anything should I repeat? You can ask me.
No, sir. It's clear.
It's clear. Okay. Who is your CR here?
Sandeep, sir.
Sandeep. Roll number
58 and
558.
530 also, sir.
558 to 530. Okay, ma. Please respond to your roll calls. 16523 is there. 16 series 523. 16 series 523.